that's a victim, and they tried to further victimize her by making her sign this. Only it's a guy. So now we're saying, well, it's not. Who even cares? It's kind of sad. Which again is why I say I don't even believe it. I think it's all made up because the banks would never do anything wrong. During that conversation, Rana identified his alleged abuser as a man, the site shows, in contrast with these allegations he's laid out in a bombshell lawsuit filed against his actual boss, Hajdini, earlier this week. Yeah, maybe because he wants to see if the AI will help him defend against a man, knowing the AI is going to do just what everyone else is at home, going, do you need a high five? I'm sorry, I'm just an AI chatbot. I can't actually give you a high five through the computer, but I can help you find someone locally to high five you until you need rotator cuff surgery. That's how this would read otherwise, right? Here we go from the Independent. JPMorgan executive vehemently denies the Lurid sexual harassment allegations, let's just say what it was, rape, that went viral on social media. Her attorney says she never engaged in any inappropriate conduct with this individual. Okay, so again, I was right. Believe all women. This didn't happen. All of the bankers are always innocent. Lorna Hajdini, a female executive director at JPMorgan, those are the good guys, has denied sexual harassment allegations made against her in a lawsuit this week that quickly went viral on social media due to the graphic nature of the claims. That's my little color commentary there. The complaint, filed Monday, April 27 in New York, shared lurid details from the ex-JPMorgan. He said Stanley, I say Chase. She says corner, chase, pounce, dominate. Identified only as John Doe at the time, claimed that his boss, Hajdini, coerced him into sex, made racist remarks, and drugged him. That one I would be upset about. If you drugged me without my knowledge, just to try to get a rise out of me, and I still can't perform, then you can't blame me, because I haven't had my sport drink. In the complaint, John Doe claims that Hajdini was promoted to a senior role on his team at the investment bank in early 2024, and then soon made sexual advances towards him. Don't you hate it when you get a new lady boss and she starts just bringing you into the closet and trying to blow you? Where do they find these people? Whether they're writing the script this way or it actually happened, where do they find these people? When he rejected her advances, he alleges that she threatened his career. Doe, John Doe, now we know his name, claimed Hajdini told him on one occasion, if you don't fuck my brains out tonight, I'm going to sabotage your promotion. Similarly, shocking quotes have been widely spread on social media as users make light of the accusations. That's the trouble I have right there. You shouldn't make light of these accusations. They're terrible. This is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to have happened. The smearing of an innocent banking executive. Don't you know that when you work on her team, this is part of the ride? This is what happens. You get paid the big bucks to give up the big fucks. And if you're not doing that, then the least you get is made fun of for being a little brown boy who cannot charm his snake properly. On Thursday, Megyn Kelly read some of the graphic excerpts on her show and suggested that Hajdini needs to work on her flirtation routine. Well, it shouldn't be a routine. That's weird. What are you, a psychopath? It should come from the heart. Doe is seeking damages for lost earnings, emotional distress, and reputational harm, as well as punitive damages, and always punitive damages, and changes to the bank's practices. He's suing to make sure that they never allow a rapist again, unless because maybe it's on an island, or it's in the Virgin Islands, or it's anywhere else, or it's their actual CEO. They don't really actually care. But he wants to make a big fuss. And that's why people believe he might be lying. But would you lie about not being able to work it out? Would you lie and say she was super aggressive and way over the top sexually? And of course, me being a married man, I wasn't even erect, and so she made fun of that, and so I need to get paid. Would you even do that? Would that be a lie? Would that be a lie you'd want to tell? If anything, wouldn't you lie and be like, yeah, I was overcome with emotion. I was just thinking of my wife the whole time, and I definitely was able to perform. There was no question there, sir. Your Honor, on threat of my whole case being tossed, I definitely was hard. Wouldn't that be the lie? So she says, or rather they say, excuse me. However, a court representative telling People magazine on Friday that the complaint had been returned for correction, no longer publicly available, and they would not provide further details. In a statement to People magazine, JPMorgan Chase spokesperson telling them that Hashdini's attorney says this is categorically denied across the board. All the accusations, all the allegations, completely denied. Never happened. They write, she never engaged in any inappropriate conduct with this individual of any kind and has never even been to the location where the allegations apparently took place. Interesting. The Independent has contacted the New York County Supreme Court and JPMorgan for further comment. Watch, they're going to find that she has been there. She was there with him. And then they're going to say, okay, we're going to have some kind of settlement and it'll all be very quiet. We're not going to hear exactly the total or what or how, because again, they had him sign a separation agreement in part, giving him some money to shut up and leave and hit the door. We're going to keep her. She's a performer. And think about it. If she's pulling all of her team members in to a closet and treating them all like this, maybe they all are performing and he is the one who's like a stick in the mud, so to speak. Maybe a poor choice of words. If he's the one fuddy-duddy who's not performing, then they get rid of him and they say, we're going to keep her and the rest of those nympho kink team members because they're at least working out. And again, this is why I say, is this Brie Larson? Did Brie Larson get a job at JPMorgan Chase? She just strikes me as the same kind of weird, crazy, bug-eyed personality who would just be like a man-eater in a bad way. If you choose to believe that the story is even real. Because again, as I have said recently, and especially today, I believe the bankers. I don't believe that she could have done anything wrong because she works at JPMorgan Chase. That's the dead giveaway. This whole story is a red herring.